history book on the shelf is always repeating itself. A little rusty on the voice there. Petfluencer pairs. Hello everyone, it's LpsHoney. Welcome to another video, and today we're going to be opening the only Petfluencer pack for Wave 2. Yes, I have a Halloween background, but it's September, so that's close enough, okay? Can you blame a girl for wanting spooky season? So here's our Petfluencer pair. I actually don't know what the name of this set is because it doesn't say it anywhere. It just says Petfluences and 2 pets. Oh, it's on the back. It's called Garden Party. Honestly, same. So this is our only Petfluencers pair for Wave 2, at least of my knowledge. It comes with this toucan, which reminds me a lot of the old postcard pets, and this little dog here. This is the metallic variant. There is also a glitter variant of this dog. The reason mine's metallic is because I pre-ordered it from Amazon UK, meaning I got the European version. However, if you buy this pet in the US and Australia, it should be the glittery variant. So let's talk about the Petfluencers for a sec, because I'm quite surprised that they only released one Petfluencers pack in Wave 2. I feel like Wave 1's Petfluencers were some of, if not one of the most popular products from Wave 1. A lot of people really liked the pets you got and the accessories, so it really surprised me that for Wave 2 they only released this set. I think in general Wave 2 is a little bit smaller, but we also do have the advent calendar, which does have a lot of LPS in it, so they could be kind of like spreading the pets around, and they only had 2 left for Petfluencers, so I guess that makes sense. This is just speculation though, but it does still surprise me. Let's get this pack open because I want to see what the pets are like and also compare it to a G2 pet, which you guys saw in the intro. Also find out where the backdrop is, because unlike the previous Petfluencers, you can't see it from the box, so I don't know where it is. Okay, so it was behind the cardboard in the box. This is the kind of background stage for the Petfluencers, and I don't know how to feel about these. I didn't mind the designs on Wave 1's Petfluencer backdrops, but this is literally just like a royalty-free image from somebody's freaking birthday party. Like, I wish they gave us little like cartoon backgrounds, something more stylized and not in the real world. Also, the corners are bent. In the American and Canadian versions of these, at least with Wave 1, they were more like a postcard, but the Australian versions had these bent corners, and it looks like so does Europe. And that's the back. If you're a kid, I'm sure this is like a cute little backdrop, but for me personally, I just don't really like it. I would much prefer something more stylized and kind of in its own little LPS world rather than just a picture that I could print out myself. Like all sets, you get the pamphlet inside. A moment of silence for my favorite pet from Wave 2, the blue deer, who has now been cancelled and pretty much replaced with a pink deer. Not this pink deer, by the way, a different pink deer. I don't know why Basic Fun did it. You also get your Roblox coin. There's the code. It's a pink one, so it should come with like slightly better goodies than say the blind boxes. And the card is of the dog, which is number 102, and it's on the same backdrop as the little like postcard backdrop you get inside the box. For accessories, we get this little nibbly board with some cheese, some paint and a paintbrush, and a little present box which you can open to put stuff inside. Wow, probably my favorite accessory. I had one very similar to this, which I still have to this day from an old LPS set, so it's very nostalgic for me. I will say as well, compared to the Wave 1 Petfluencers, which had some small accessories and then one medium accessory, this Petfluencer pack only comes with small accessories. So let's talk about the pets. Let's start off with our toucan, which I really like. I like the colors on him. I like the patterns they chose. Like I said, this one really reminds me of the old school postcard pets, which had all the like spotty designs on them. He really does fit in with that theme. I think they're meant to be like little shooting stars or just like stars in space, little trails coming off them. I don't know exactly, but he's printed really nicely. I will say his eyes are printed on perfectly, which is a nice change of pace. And just all the details in general are printed on really well. I will say his eyes kind of have almost like a satin finish, less shiny. I don't know why, but I'm kind of liking it. It's less reflective, which is nice for making videos. I will say I like this Toucan 10 times more than the camping pack that I opened. That Toucan was a hot mess. This one is bringing it back. Comparing them next to each other, this one is way better. Like, there's no competition for me. Get the frick out of here. I appreciate that it's accurate to the image on the box. But yeah, there he is. Very stinking cute. So the head is not squishy at all. And these are the printed eyes, just like Wave 1. And the second pet in this pack is this dog. It is very pastel, a lot more pastel than the images online, which I think a lot of people online have been happy about, myself included. I think it looks very pretty, and I do prefer this metallic version to the glittery version. And I just think it looks really nice, all the different colors, very on point for like a garden party. I think my favorite detail on this pet is the kind of like purple eyeshadow it's got going on and the little aqua bow. It also has some metallic kind of in the ears, I guess you would say. It's like in between the ear and the head. It's this gold metallic color. Like I said, it would normally be glittery, but I got the European version, so it's metallic. On the back, it doesn't have any metallic anywhere besides the end of the little tie, which is a nice touch, honestly. There is a little paint splotch on my one, but that's kind of just like normal LPS printing, I feel like. Any generation that could happen to. So I am really liking this design. Trust me guys, I'm very happy that this is a Wave 2 pack I can positively speak about, because they've definitely been having a lot of quality issues, so it's nice to take a break and be like, wow, good LPS in Wave 2, holy guacamole. This one's head is a little squishier than the Toucan, but not to the point where I'm like, oh my god, rubber face, so it's not too bad. I also want to say thank you to whoever painted the tongue on this design. There are so many pets where they've not painted the teeth or tongues, and I'm just like, please, so thank you to whoever did that. And also, I forgot to mention, this one's personality is these teeny tiny little stars on its chest, very, very hidden. But with all its good graces, this pet actually might look a little familiar to you because it's almost a recreation of a G2 pet. Ta-da! This is like the G2 bedazzled auntie of the G7 version. Now I personally prefer the G7 version. I think it looks a lot cuter. Maybe if I had the sparkly version or like glittery version, I'd think differently, but putting these two side by side, I do prefer this one's colors. The kind of pastel colors are a lot nicer for me. This one, however, is just freaking glitz and glam to the max. So comparing these two, you can definitely see the inspiration G7 took from the G2 one. The tuft of hair at the top is almost identical in color at least. Same with the bow color. The colors overall are a lot more pastel on the G7 version. Instead of this dark brown, they've used gold in the ears. Instead of this darker purple, they've used more like a pinky purple. Instead of having all these spots and swirls, they've kept the ears blank on the newer version. Like I said, for me personally, I do prefer the color palette of the G7 one, but I did want to kind of make a note here that it's very clearly inspired by this G2 pet. Even if it's not identical, the similarities are definitely there with the design, and I feel like you'd see it even more so if this was the glitter variant, but of course I can only show you guys the metallic one for now. So do let me know which one you prefer in the comments down below. I feel like for me personally, this is one of the few times where I do actually prefer the G7 kind of remake. In general, when G7 has redone old designs, I've still kind of preferred the old ones, but for this particular pet, I do prefer G7. Sorry, girl. Together as a duo, I think it's a pretty solid pack. Once again, Petfluences coming through clutch. They were some of my favorite pets from Wave 1, and I'm very happy with this Wave 2 set as well. I am kind of sad that they didn't do more Petfluencer pairs for Wave 2, but like I said, we have things like the Advent Calendar and some multi-packs coming out, so I kind of understand that they've put more pets into them than making more Petfluencers, but I personally would have loved to have seen more Petfluencers. I just think they're kind of consistently good. I loved all the Wave 1 Petfluencers, and I like this Wave 2 one, so hopefully in Wave 3 we can see some more Petfluencers. I know that Wave 1 at least was a big hit in the community, and I'm sure a lot of people will like this pack in general. Even if they're not the most popular pets that everyone wants, I still do think it's a solid set. But let me know what you guys think of them. I'm really happy with them and glad that I could have a positive experience with Wave 2, because I was a bit worried that these would come misprinted, much like my camping set, but they arrived in good condition, so I can happily say that it's a good set. For me personally, like I mentioned before, I bought this set from Amazon UK, so it is available on Amazon. I actually don't know if any stores are currently carrying this pack in physical stores, so if you guys know, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to pin one of the comments that mention any physical stores that are carrying it. But for right now, I've only kind of seen it on Amazon. So maybe I'll link the Amazon listing in the description as well for anyone interested. They are at their garden party! Overall, I'm really happy with this set. I will say I would have liked to have seen a medium-sized accessory just like Wave 1, and I'm not the biggest fan of the included postcard background. I just think it's kind of lame. But all the pets and accessories I'm in love with. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me unbox this set and seeing what it was like for yourselves. If you enjoyed this video, like always, please don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe. And make sure to check out the links in the description down below to this product on Amazon and anything else I mentioned throughout the video. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!